Hi folks, Dave, the Honest Audiophile, and I have to be clear, very clear today. The Blessing 2 reminds me very much of another IEM that I reviewed recently, and one that is very much a favorite of mine. So there may be a little bit of bias in this review. Just saying. Alright, so the Moondrop Blessing 2. It was provided by Apos Audio for a review. Do greatly appreciate it. Apos Audio, you rock. Check out the links down below for information regarding how you can connect with Apos Audio to make a purchase. Also, there'll be an affiliate link for me with Apos Audio if you want to make a purchase through there and support the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, there'll be other links down there as far as music that was used during this review, for information regarding gear that was used during the review, and how you can connect with the channel, contact the channel, follow the channel, support the channel, all kinds of stuff. So check out those links down below. Alright, so the Moondrop Blessing 2 comes in a pretty standard Moondrop box, a little bit bigger than some of the others. Does have your artistic designs on the front, has a little bit of information here on the back that says that it is 4 balanced armatures and 1 dynamic. And it comes in at 22 ohms, 117 decibels of sensitivity. Fairly easy to drive. We'll talk about that in a little bit. You take off the sleeve and you get a nice outer shell box. You take off the cover, and inside there you will find a little accessory box which will have cables, some tips, and an airplane adapter, and a carrying case. That's it, and well, along with some paperwork. It's nothing spectacular as far as an unboxing, but it's very simple, very elegant, and it feels like a premium piece of gear, even though it is very simple. I really do enjoy it. Enough about that. Alright, so the Blessing 2s. They're a very pretty looking IEM. You can get them in various faceplates. And I find that I like the silver. Has Blessing 2 on one side. You can see all the innards there on the end. You take the tip off and you can see that it has a decent angle. And I find that they're fairly comfortable with the curves on them and with the way that the angle and the nozzle is. Everything just kind of works. I did find that after a couple of hours you have to take them out, give them a little bit of a break, as they did put a little bit of pressure on my ear hole, as they are slightly chunky and heavy, but overall they're a very well built and very pleasing comfort feeling. I like the cable a whole lot. Very nice and light, does not tangle, and it's just a very flowing and has the right amount of tension, and it's just a fantastic cable. It does connect via 2-pin. Alright, so the Moondrop Blessing 2. I found that they play on everything. They did not sound bad on a portable device off of my phone with a dongle, or if they sounded off a DAP, or how they played on desktop. Everything powered them very well and they sounded very good. I didn't have any complaints with any gear. I really did enjoy them very much with the NextDrive Spectra X. And I found that it was a very clean, clear, transparent, and very articulate sound. I did enjoy them very much also on my Sony Walkman NWA 105, and it just played very well on everything. No complaints. Alright, how do they sound? The Moondrop Blessing 2 reminds me very much of its smaller sibling, the SSR. The SSR has a little bit forward mids, an accentuated treble with a very nice soundstage, good depth and layering, and excellent tone and timbre. The Blessing 2 does very much similar. So if you enjoy the SSR, the Blessing 2 may be the next step for you. I find that the Blessing 2 has very nicely linear extended bass. It goes way out into the sub bass. You get nice details and very nice energy and clarity, and it's very articulate. The only thing that I wish is that it had just a little bit more oomph to it. I just wish I had just a little tad more there. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit more, just to give you a little bit more thump to it. But other than that, it's a very well done bass. I really do enjoy everything about it. The sub bass, mid bass, upper bass, it's all very well done. very good details. It's extremely detailed and very good resolving. You get a whole lot of information there without it ever being overpowering or overbearing. The mids of the Blessing 2 are fantastic. I love the airiness about them. Excellent isolation and separation of instruments. Everything is just right there. You can pick each one out. The tone and timbre is spot on. There's absolutely no sense of anything sounding artificial or inaccurate. It just sounds clean, clear, natural, and exactly the way it does in the real world. I find that the Blessing 2 is fantastic in the mids. And then as far as the treble is nice and airy, has a slightly laid back tone to it. I do at times wish I had just a smidge more of energy and sparkle, but not enough to make it sizzly or anything like that. Just enough to kind of give it a little bit more. It is a very revealing treble though, and so if you have a track that is not very well recorded, or you have a bad source or anything of the sort, you will hear, and it can be a little bit fatiguing, you will hear those harshness come through. You will hear every little minute detail, and so you have to be careful on the Blessing 2 if you aren't using the proper gear or good quality recordings. These will let you know it. And it can be a little bit unforgiving. Soundstage wise, they're about average, maybe a little bit more in width. They're not the most wide IEM out there, but what they do really well is imaging and in details, depth, and layering. Everything just kind of immerses you, and you get lost in the moment. You think that you're right there. Everything just kind of sounds like you're involved in it. And I really do enjoy the soundstage a whole lot of the Blessing 2. Very detailed, very good depth and layering. You can pick apart a soundstage. You can follow things across. You can look into it and go, he's sitting there, she's there. That is right in this section. The brass is over here. Violins are over here. Choir, if it's split on one side or the other, you can hear it. It does a really good job of telling you exactly where each and everything is. It's very precise and it's very accurate. Moondrop Blessing 2. You've won my heart over. I really do enjoy these. These are a fantastic value at $320. If you're a fan of the SSR and you want something next step up, here you go. You're going to stick with the same tonality and the same presentation, a little bit more laid back in the mids. It's not quite as far forward, and the treble is better controlled. I say that the Blessing 2 is a refined and better resolving SSR. That's the way I look at them. It's an improvement on the SSR. Moondrop, you did an excellent job. All right. The only other IEM that I really have to compare them to are the M5 1D from ADV-Sound. Now, Advanced Sound M5 1D, I really enjoy these. These are a single beryllium driver. Now, the difference between these two, between the Blessing 2 and the M5 1D, is that the M5 1D has a bigger, more robust sound. You get more power in the bass. Everything is just bigger and has more brawn to it. I guess you could use that word. It's just more engaging and a little bit more arr. But at the same time, it's a little bit warmer, a little bit thicker of a sound. And the soundstage, even though it's just as wide and has good depth and layering to it, to me, the airiness that the Blessing 2 provides opens things up just a little bit more. So the M5 1D is an excellent choice in it if you're looking for a little bit warmer, a little bit more thicker sound signature, and and it also does not have that more revealing tendencies in the treble. So if you're looking for something a little bit more laid back and a little more refined in the treble than the M5 1D, but the Blessing 2 is also a solid pick. So it just kind of depends on which one you're looking for. Moondrop Blessing 2. I love these things. Highly recommend them. If you're in the market for a $320 to about $350 IEM, something that has that house sound, something very similar to an SSR, here's your boy. The Moondrop Blessing 2 was a blessing to my ears, and I'm pretty positive if you purchase the Moondrop Blessing 2, it will be a blessing to your ears also. This has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of next video, somewhere on the screen is a notification link and subscription bell. If you haven't already checked those off, please do, and follow the channel. Also, don't forget to check out the links down below for information regarding gear that was used, music that was listened to, how you can contact the channel, follow the channel, all that kind of good stuff. Check out the links down below. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time.